Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today. And today, I wanted to do a update on Alperen Sengun's injury. And after a great win, you know, if you put up the 29 wins this season for the Rockets, this is one of the best wins of the season so far. It was great. It was a great win for the Houston Rockets. But thing is that, as good as a win this was for the Rockets yesterday, something at the end of this game with 30 seconds remaining, it was 108 to 100. Something tough for the Rockets really happened. Some real, a real bad sequence with the Rockets. When Alperen Sengun in a collision with big man for the Kings, Domantas Sabonis, happened. Sengun was down on the ground. Problem with his knee and his ankle. The injury update is this was reported by Adrian Wojnarowski from ESPN, is that Alperen Sengun will be undergoing a MRI on his knee and his ankle tomorrow, or today, Monday. Well, it was tomorrow when Woj made that report, but now it's today. It's Monday. It's Monday morning, so it will definitely be interesting to see what that MRI says, and it's not good. It's not good. I'm not gonna, I'm not going to be selfish and say, let's get him back. We can't, let's get him back as soon as possible. I heard, I was watching the Rockets post game, and they were saying something about, best scenario, it's, he misses a couple games to get him rested, and he's back. It's not that. For him to get, carted off, not carted off, not carted off, wheelchaired off, where he couldn't even stand up. It's bad. I'm not going to the point where, he tore his ACL and something else happened to his ankle at the same time. I think it's bad enough to the point where he's going to miss most likely the rest of the season. And the reason I say that is just because of the fact is that the season's almost over. There's almost a month remaining in the season. There's about 5.5 weeks left in the season. So, maybe there's a scenario where Sengun is only out 4 weeks. I think that's the best scenario. Now, a hyperextended knee, which is very possible for the case of what has happened to Alperen Sengun. I've watched a couple different scenarios of players hyperextending their knees, and it looked a lot with what happened to Sengun. Now, the difference with that is when you see a guy hyperextend their knee, usually they don't have a problem with their ankle as well. So let's say Sengun hyperextended his knee, there might be a problem with his ankle. He might have sprained or done something else to his ankle. So he might have two different issues to deal with injury-wise. And if he hyperextended his knee, NBA players usually are out 2 to 4 weeks on a hyperextended knee. Now, let's say he does the minimum 2 weeks, which would put him back on the court March 25th. But if he misses the full time of 4 weeks, then he would be back around April, beginning of April 6th, April 7th, something like that. There'll only be a couple games left this season. If the Rockets are at a point where they have no chance to make it into the plan, unless they do have a chance, there's no way they'd bring Alperen Sengun back. They would just shut him down and tell him to start, get ready for the next season. But that's saying that, Sengun is in the timeline about, 2 to 4 weeks. I think if it's a scenario where Sengun's out 4 to 6, it's an injury that's going to keep him out, of the court for 4 to 6 weeks. I think that's the best. I think the best case scenario is an injury where it's a hyperextended knee and he's out 2 to 4 weeks, or it's something else like maybe a sprained knee, or something. No, I don't know about a sprained knee, or maybe he tore his MCL. If he tore his MCL, he'd be out 4 to 6 weeks. If that's a grade 1, he'd be out 4 to 6 weeks if he tore his MCL. Now that pretty much probably take him out for the whole season. Now, towards MCL will probably be out 4 to 6 weeks. He could come back right when the season's ending, 4 weeks. That'd be like April 6th, and you'd have a couple games left in the year. I think you'd have like 3 or 4 games left in the season, and I think the only way he'd come back in that scenario is if, the Rockets still have a chance. Look, the Rockets, with the way they're playing right now, they're playing better basketball. They're 29-35. They're 4.5 games back from the 10 seed, and they have an easy schedule throughout. I mean, their next couple games are pretty easy. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think there is a decent chance. Now, I think the chances go down with Sengun's injury, but I think there's a solid chance the Rockets could be fighting to potentially make it in the play-in. But we'll see. Lakers are getting hot, but the Warriors have lost a couple here and there now. They just lost to the Spurs, and the Rockets have been winning recently. So I think things are trending in the right direction for the Rockets in the standings. But this injury definitely doesn't help, and it doesn't help them at all. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on the Alperen Sengun injury, and that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and peace out. Go Rockets.